Seniors, eat blueberries, but never make these 6 mistakes. Blueberries, people call them the miracle fruit, the memory berry, even the fountain of youth in blue. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what if eating them the wrong way could actually harm your health, and in some cases, even become dangerous as you age? In my years of practice here in the US, I've met countless older patients who truly believed that piling blueberries onto their plates would keep them young and strong. And yet many of those same patients came to me struggling with digestive troubles, blood sugar spikes, or even memory issues. Not because blueberries don't work, but because they were eating them the wrong way. That's why in today's video, we're going to break down eat blueberries, but never make these 6 mistakes. Each mistake will be illustrated with real patient stories from my clinic, backed by science, and most importantly, paired with practical solutions you can start using today. Along the way, I'll also share nutritional insights, lifestyle tips, and even sample meal ideas so you can unlock every benefit this small but mighty fruit has to offer. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating more valuable videos for you. And make sure you stay with me until the very end. Because mistake number 1 is something almost everyone makes, and it has the power to quietly turn blueberries from a healing food into a hidden toxin for your brain and your gut. Blueberries may look like tiny little purple-blue gems, but inside they hold an incredible treasure of nutrition. That beautiful deep color comes from anthocyanins, natural compounds that act like a shield against aging, calming down cellular damage and helping us keep our memory sharp and our eyes clear. Alongside that, there's vitamin C, a familiar friend but one we absolutely need as we age. It strengthens our immune defenses, helps our body make collagen so joints and skin stay supple, and most importantly, keeps our blood vessels strong instead of fragile. Then there's the fiber, working quietly like food for the good bacteria in our gut, making digestion smoother, easing constipation, and helping to steady blood sugar levels. And we can't forget about other polyphenols like resveratrol and quercetin, which quietly protect the heart, keep arteries more flexible, and lower the risk of plaque buildup. What's wonderful is how clearly science has backed up these benefits. Research from the NIA and Tufts University shows that just adding a daily serving of blueberries can noticeably improve short-term memory and mental processing speed in older adults. Those anthocyanins also boost blood flow to the retina, protect against damage from blue light, and slow down age-related macular degeneration, a common worry after 60. Other studies have found that people who regularly enjoy blueberries see reduced markers of inflammation, more stable blood pressure, and even a lower risk of heart attack. For digestion, these little berries help the gut's microbiome flourish, calm inflammation, and bring a sense of lightness and comfort to daily life. And when we compare them with other familiar fruits, each has its own strength. Strawberries shine with vitamin C, grapes are rich in resveratrol for the heart, and pomegranates are packed with polyphenols, though trickier to eat with all their seeds. Blueberries, however, strike a beautiful balance. Lower in sugar, easy to eat, convenient, and especially powerful in protecting the brain and the eyes. But in older age, the body processes sugar less efficiently, absorbs nutrients more slowly, and the brain's protective barrier weakens, which makes how we eat them even more important. By enjoying blueberries in the right portions, pairing them with healthy fats like almonds or a little plain yogurt, choosing organic, and handling them with care, you can unlock the very best they have to offer. Sharper memory, clearer vision, a stronger heart, and a calm, comfortable gut. Day after day. We've just seen why these little blueberries are often called one of the true treasures of healthy aging. But here's the surprising part. In all my years working with patients, I've noticed that many people eat blueberries faithfully, yet their health doesn't improve, and sometimes It even gets worse. The problem isn't that blueberries aren't good for you. It's that the way they're used can quietly strip away most of their benefits, or even turn them into a burden on the body. Simple, everyday mistakes can lead to spikes in blood sugar, digestive troubles, lingering fatigue, or that frustrating brain fog many seniors talk about. That's why, in the next chapter, I want to walk you through the 6 deadly mistakes people make with blueberries. Mistakes that so many older adults fall into, often without realizing it. And once you know them, you'll be able to avoid these traps and let blueberries truly become the healing food they were meant to be. Number 1. Eat prepackaged blueberry yogurt. Many people believe that starting the morning with a store-bought blueberry yogurt cup is a healthy choice. It sounds logical. Yogurt plus fruit, quick and convenient. But the truth is a little more surprising. Most of those blueberry yogurts contain very little and sometimes almost no real blueberries at all. Instead, manufacturers pack them with refined sugar, high fructose syrups, artificial flavors, and dyes that simply mimic the taste and color of the real fruit. What seems like a smart option quickly turns into a small sugar bomb that the body, especially an older body, struggles to handle. After the age of 60, our systems become far more sensitive to sugar. Every time you eat foods loaded with refined sugar, your insulin levels must spike to move that sugar into your cells. Over time, your cells stop responding well. This is called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance opens the door to type 2 diabetes, fatty deposits around the liver, heart, and muscles. For seniors, the overload of sugar forces the liver to work harder, leading to fatigue and weaker liver function. Meanwhile, the heart and blood vessels face constant swings in blood sugar, driving up blood pressure and raising the risk of arterial plaque. The good news? You don't have to give up your morning yogurt. With a simple shift, you can make it truly nourishing. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt and add a handful of fresh or frozen blueberries yourself. This way you keep all the natural fiber and antioxidants intact, while also benefiting from probiotics in the yogurt. Toss in a few almonds, and suddenly you have a longevity breakfast of about 300 calories, rich in protein, healthy fats, and powerful antioxidants. The protein keeps you full, the good fats improve nutrient absorption, and the blueberries act as a natural shield for your brain and eyes. With just this small swap, your morning yogurt stops being a hidden sugar trap and becomes a cornerstone of a healthy routine, protecting your muscles, liver, heart, and memory day after day. Number 2. Washing too late. A lot of people like to wait until the very last minute to rinse their blueberries, thinking it keeps them from getting soft or spoiling too quickly. On the surface, that makes sense, but for older adults, this simple habit can quietly cause more harm than good. Blueberries are often on the dirty dozen list, the group of fruits most likely to carry pesticide residue. These chemicals are designed to cling tightly to the skin, and over time can even seep beneath that thin outer layer. So when berries sit in your fridge for days unwashed, those residues have more time to settle in. And each time you eat them, your body has to deal with a bigger dose than you might realize. As we get older, our nervous system becomes more sensitive. The natural blood-brain barrier that once kept harmful substances out slowly becomes less protective. That means chemicals that wouldn't easily reach the brain in younger years can slip through more easily later in life. For seniors, that can show up as subtle hand tremors, restless nights, forgetfulness, or even unexplained anxiety. I once cared for a gentleman in his 70s who lived a very healthy lifestyle. He loved his fruits and vegetables, but he struggled with shaky hands and poor sleep. All his lab tests looked fine. When I asked about his blueberry routine, he admitted he'd leave the whole carton in the fridge for a week, rinsing only a handful at a time before eating. After I suggested he wash all his berries right away in a simple baking soda solution and store them properly in a glass container with paper towels, his symptoms eased within weeks. The fix is simple and doesn't take much time. Mix a teaspoon of baking soda into a big bowl of water, soak your berries for 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse them off with cold water and pat them dry. You can also use diluted apple cider vinegar for a similar effect, or if you have one, a small ozone cleaning device. The important part is not waiting. Wash them as soon as you bring them home. Here in the US, it's common for seniors to buy big plastic cartons of blueberries at the supermarket, keeping them in the fridge all week. That's why I always recommend choosing trusted brands, or organic when possible, to cut down on chemical exposure. And once you're home, take a few extra minutes to clean the whole batch. It's such a small change, but it can make all the difference, turning blueberries back into the powerful healing food they're meant to be. Instead of a hidden source of toxins your body no longer needs to battle. Number 3. Removing the skin. One of the biggest mistakes people make with blueberries is peeling away or skipping the skin, or relying on heavily processed blueberry products. The truth is, close to 80% of the antioxidant power is found right there in that delicate outer layer. That deep blue-purple color isn't just pretty. It's loaded with anthocyanins, natural compounds that fight off free radicals, ease inflammation, and protect our cells from damage. These little pigments do wonders for our eyes, heart, and brain. They keep blood flowing smoothly to the retina, shield nerve cells from aging, and help our blood vessels stay flexible and strong. As we age, macular degeneration becomes one of the leading causes of vision loss. It happens when the retina weakens under constant stress from light and oxidative damage. This is where anthocyanins really shine. They act like a protective barrier, slowing down the progression of this condition, improving night vision, and helping preserve eyesight for longer. And their benefits don't stop there. They also support memory and reduce the risk of artery hardening, two concerns that weigh heavily on so many older adults. That's why it's so important to enjoy blueberries whole. Muffins, sugary jams, or bottled juices may sound tempting, but by the time those products are baked or processed, most of the skin and the powerful nutrients inside it are long gone. A better choice is simple. Stick with fresh or frozen whole berries. Treat them gently. Chill them and snack on them as they are. Toss them into a fresh salad or stir them into plain yogurt or oatmeal. As long as you don't overheat or overprocess them, the skin holds onto its antioxidants and vitamins, and your body gets to reap every bit of that anti-aging goodness. It's such a small shift, keeping the skin on, but it can make a world of difference for your eyes, your heart, and your memory. Number 4. Eating too many at once. One common mistake is eating too many blueberries at once, because many people assume the more they eat, the better. In reality, even though blueberries have a low glycemic index, they still contain natural sugars, fructose, and fiber. When eaten in large amounts all at once, the body, especially in older adults, struggles to process it. With age, the digestive system produces fewer enzymes and bowel motility slows, which makes bloating, indigestion, gas, or even diarrhea more likely. Blood sugar can also spike and then crash, leading to fatigue, poor sleep, or that familiar brain fog at night. A 2020 report in the journal Nutrients found that older adults who ate more than 100 grams of blueberries in a single sitting, less than 1 cup, experienced a 37% higher post-meal glucose spike compared to those who spread their intake throughout the day. Dr. Joanne Slavin, a nutrition expert at the University of Minnesota, emphasized, "Even the healthiest foods can become a burden if you eat too much at once. Seniors need to be especially careful, since their digestion and blood sugar control aren't as resilient as they used to be." I also recall a patient, Helen, age 74, who came to see me with sleep problems and frequent bloating. She was proud of replacing her evening pastries with a big bowl of blueberries. But that very habit was causing her digestive upset and unstable blood sugar. After I advised her to spread her blueberries across the day, pairing smaller portions with walnuts or a spoonful of Greek yogurt, within 3 weeks she was sleeping soundly again and waking up with far more energy. For those already at risk of or living with type 2 diabetes, eating too many blueberries at once puts extra pressure on the pancreas, forcing it to pump out more insulin and worsening insulin resistance over time. Patients with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, can also react poorly to a sudden large dose of fiber, experiencing cramping, diarrhea, or bowel spasms. That's why, instead of eating one large bowl after dinner as a healthy dessert, it's better to divide blueberries into smaller servings throughout the day. A smart portion is about half a cup at a time, enjoyed at breakfast, lunch, or as an afternoon snack. Pairing blueberries with protein or healthy fats, like almonds, Greek yogurt, or a slice of low-fat cheese, slows sugar absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and gives you steady energy. It's a simple adjustment that lets you enjoy all the antioxidant benefits of blueberries without the hidden toll on digestion, sleep, or blood sugar that so many older adults unknowingly face when they eat too many at once. Number 5. Buying non-organic. One of the most common mistakes is buying non-organic blueberries simply because they're cheaper or more convenient. The problem is that conventionally grown blueberries often appear on the dirty dozen list, 12 fruits and vegetables with the highest pesticide residues, published annually by the Environmental Working Group, EWG. These chemicals are sprayed to protect crops, but they cling tightly to the fruit's thin skin and can even seep into the flesh. That means even a thorough wash won't remove all of them. Younger bodies may process and detoxify these substances more efficiently, but in older adults, the liver and kidneys are already less efficient, making it harder to clear these toxins. What's even more concerning is that some of these chemicals can cross the blood-brain barrier. In younger people, this barrier acts like a shield, blocking harmful substances from reaching the central nervous system. But with age, the barrier weakens, allowing toxins to slip through and affect memory, focus, and coordination. This explains why many older adults who regularly consume conventionally grown fruits may begin to notice subtle symptoms like hand tremors, dizziness, or brain fog without realizing the link. The best solution is to choose organic blueberries. In the U.S., products labeled USDA organic are more strictly regulated and significantly reduce the risk of synthetic pesticide exposure. Another good option is shopping at farmers markets, where local growers often use fewer chemicals and sell fresher produce. Some older adults in the U.S. even choose to grow their own blueberries at home, saving money in the long run while having full control over how the fruit is grown. In fact, blueberries can be successfully grown in pots on a balcony or small patio. All you need is the right variety suited to your climate, slightly acidic soil, pH around 4.55, and proper watering, enough to keep the soil moist but well drained. With a little patience, you can start harvesting your own berries within a year. Not only are they clean, safe, and delicious, but gardening itself can be a joyful hobby, giving older adults gentle daily movement, fresh air, and a calming sense of connection with nature. Number 6. Improper storage. A common mistake many people don't realize is storing blueberries in sealed bags or tightly closed plastic containers. While it may seem like this would keep them fresh longer, it actually traps moisture, causing the berries to mold quickly and lose valuable nutrients. When mold begins to grow, it can produce toxins known as mycotoxins. These compounds are harmful because they don't just upset digestion. They can also damage the liver, weaken the immune system, and, in some cases, worsen chronic health conditions. For older adults whose liver function and immunity are already reduced, the risks from these toxins are even greater. I once worked with a patient who suffered from irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and already had a sensitive digestive system. She often bought a large carton of blueberries, kept it in the fridge for the whole week, and ate a handful each day. When we looked closely, many of the berries had begun to show small spots of mold that she hadn't noticed. Eating even a few of those worsened her bloating, cramps, and diarrhea. After changing her storage habits, washing the berries right after buying, drying them thoroughly, placing them in a glass container lined with paper towels, and leaving the lid slightly open for airflow, her digestive symptoms improved significantly. The solution is simple. Always store blueberries in a breathable container with a paper towel to absorb excess moisture, and only wash them right before eating to prevent extra dampness while stored. Just as important, make it a daily habit to check the berries and remove any that look soft or moldy. This small step has a big long-term impact, keeping the rest of the batch fresh, safe, and packed with antioxidants. For older adults, maintaining this habit can mean the difference between fully enjoying the powerful benefits of blueberries or unknowingly putting extra stress on the liver, gut, and immune system that are already more vulnerable with age. There are a few simple principles that can make a big difference when adults over 60 include blueberries in their daily diet. First, remember the 7 golden rules. Eat in moderation, about half a cup per serving. Spread portions throughout the day instead of eating them all at once. Keep the skin on to take full advantage of the anthocyanins. Choose organic or buy from farmers markets whenever possible. Wash them right after bringing them home and store in a breathable container. Pair them with protein or healthy fats to help stabilize blood sugar. Check for spoiled berries every day to prevent mold from spreading. And finally, treat blueberries as one piece of a larger nutrition puzzle, not a magic pill on their own. To make it easier to apply, you might try a 7-day sample meal plan. For breakfast, a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh blueberries, a few walnuts, and plain Greek yogurt. At lunch, a green salad with olive oil, grilled salmon, and a sprinkle of blueberries for freshness. Dinner could be pan-seared chicken with steamed vegetables and a small serving of blueberries paired with low-fat cheese. Throughout the week, you can rotate in light smoothies made from blueberries, spinach, and chia seeds, or a quinoa bowl with almonds and frozen berries. This approach not only keeps meals interesting but also ensures balanced nutrition. Blueberries work best when paired with a healthy lifestyle. For adults over 60, gentle daily activity, 20 to 30 minutes of walking, yoga, or tai chi, helps circulation, allowing the antioxidants in blueberries to reach every part of the body more effectively. A deep, restful 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night is also essential, since that's when the body regenerates, and blueberries can support this process most efficiently. Pairing them with other anti-inflammatory foods like dark leafy greens, omega-3 rich fish, and nuts creates a nutritional shield that's even stronger. In clinical practice, I've seen patients experience remarkable improvements simply by changing how they eat blueberries. One 65-year-old man with type 2 diabetes used to start his mornings with blueberry muffins, and his blood sugar was consistently high. After switching to fresh blueberries with plain Greek yogurt and reducing refined carbs, within 3 months his glucose levels stabilized and his doctor lowered his medication. Another patient, Eleanor, age 72, was experiencing mild memory decline. After adding half a cup of fresh blueberries to her daily lunch and keeping up with gentle yoga, her family reported that within 6 months she was more alert, could remember shopping lists, and even started cooking independently again. When I compared patients who ate blueberries the wrong way, processed products, large amounts at once, poor storage, with those who followed the right approach, the difference was striking. The second group showed better memory, steadier blood pressure, and noticeably higher energy levels throughout the day. It's clear that blueberries are more than just a tasty fruit. When enjoyed correctly and paired with a healthy lifestyle, they become a true partner in aging, helping you stay sharper, stronger, and more vibrant well into later years. So let's quickly recap the 6 big mistakes we covered today. Relying on processed blueberry products, waiting too long to wash them, peeling away the skin, eating too many at once, buying non-organic varieties, and storing them the wrong way. Each of these habits may seem small, but together they can strip blueberries of their power, or worse, quietly harm your health. Remember, blueberries are one of nature's most powerful medicines, but only when used the right way. As I often tell my patients, each tiny blueberry holds a treasure chest of health, but if you eat it the wrong way, it can turn against you. So here's my encouragement to you. Start applying the 6 fixes we talked about today. They're simple, practical, and they can change the way your body responds to this incredible fruit. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these mistakes have you been making, and what will you change starting today? Share your experience in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with a friend or family member who might benefit, and of course, subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll never miss more science-backed, natural, and easy-to-follow health tips designed especially for those of us over 60. Here's to making every blueberry count, for your brain, your heart, and your future.